What's up, YouTube? It is I, the Henry Rico of Team Gradelock, and I want to say to all my wonderful fuckfaces in the world, yes, 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 miss you, love you, love you. Now here is Mama John with our love childs,
Deletors.
Deletors.
So, as you guys know, well, maybe you don't know, I mean, by the time this is up, GPT-13 should be, like, around the corner or is already out. Team Gradelock got a whole case of Star Invaders. Henry, unfortunately, getting the short end and getting the Deletors and the Messiahs. Sorry, Henry. Anyway, we are bringing you guys a deck of what I personally think is one of my favorite decks right now out of the set, which is Deletors. Dan and I built this deck way back when for in honor of our good old friend. But now we updated it with all the new stuff. And honestly, it's a very, very good deck. Out of all three of the Link Joker decks that are out, it's the most aggressive deck out of all of them. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys what I run, why I do the things I do, and I'll tell you guys why it's so aggressive. So, for the starter, it's this guy over here, the Zuigi, Deletor Zuigi. Effect is when he's retired for the cost of one of your Vanguards with Deletor. You can check the top card of your deck. If it's a Deletor, you get to call it, and if you do call it, you can put him into the soul and you countercharge 1. He's good because he helps mitigate the cost for delete costs for your main grade 3s and your grade 4. He's so good, in fact, that we run 2 of them. Yeah. I'm gonna go, I guess, grade. No, I'll go grade 1s, and then yeah, I'll work my way from there. We play 3 of the Deletor 10k attacker. Just because it makes a 10k number, and on delete terms, when they're at 0, 10k attacker on a 0 means 15k shield. So it's really good for pressure. It just makes numbers, and it's a free 7k boost if you need to. 3 Gunic, because Gunic is good to help draw cards and keep into draw into all of our combo pieces. Not only that, but on the main Gray N2, the new Dark Jet, calling him, Soul Blasting 2 and drawing a card, and then sacking him off basically refunds the cost for the deletion. So because for the new Gray End, you need to sacrifice 2. This is going to help mitigate the cost. So it just helps you refund. We play 4 of the new PG for Deletors Igala. Normal PG effect protects both rear guards and vanguards. The other effect is when something is deleted, you can bind him face down. You can banish delete him. Choose one of your Deletor units, and choose one of your units and give it +4. Reason why this is good is that if you have something that swings in for 11k and you're going on for a final push turn, or 16k, something that makes it just helps make a magic number. So like 11 it makes 15, 16 it makes 20. So it just means more guard for a 0k. So if you're constantly using this and you're pushing for game, you just banish this and then it makes a 15. So it just pressures more cards out of the opponent's hand, which is really good. And then of course we play 4 Farwand, which is the new Pitch for Stride, and then it also has an ability. I mean, it has a Deletor Pitch for Stride ability, and then the other ability is just Counterblast 1 when he strides. You can. When you stride a Deletor, you can just Counterblast 1 and call him back, so it can help mitigate costs for sacrificing. Good card is good. Grade 2s, yes? Yes. 4 of the most broken card in the entire deck given. This card is just dumb. I can see why this card went up in price. Its effect is Counterblast 1, card with Deletor in its card name, and retire this. Basically sacrifice your whole board. At the end of the battle that he attacks, you just restand your Vanguard. Why is this good? Is because on deletion turns, when your opponent is 0k, and you have cards now that refund your board, doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks because of him is just dumb, because they have to pitch everything. With him, as soon as you ride into grade 3, you can immediately delete your opponent's Vanguard, even if they're at grade 2, dump your entire hand, rush the board, restand your Vanguard, and then if you have stuff that calls back on board, recall that board, swing it again, and basically do a 1-turn kill. Or we like to call it a 1-shot kill.
Yeah. I remember when that card was like chump change.
It was like 50 cents.
50 cents.
Not even. Good card is good. 4 Evos. Ability is Counterblast 2 when he's placed on rearguard circle. You search your deck for any Deletor card when your opponent's Vanguard is deleted and call it to board. Why is it good? Because he helps you get this. I mean, he also gets you get anything else you want, but you mainly want him. Because if you have him, you essentially have him. Self-explanatory. And then this guy. So good. 3. I really want to run him at 3, but the space is tight right now. I might bump down to grade 3 just to run him at 4. Zaqualad. This card is so dumb. No, I only won 3. I know. Its ability is Counterblast 1 when Counterblast when a card deleter, and it gets +2 in the ability that when your opponent's Vanguard is deleted, when it hits, if it hits, your opponent can't stride, no matter what they do. If they ride another grade 3, doesn't matter. They can't stride again. If they have something that lets, they can ultimate stride, so they could do Drachma and Megiddo and stuff like that. But if you let it hit, you can't stride. So it's a super pressury card. Pump this up to like 15, 20 by itself, swing. They guard it, swing with your Vanguard, get a stand trigger, stand it back up, swing again. It ends games. It's really funny. Alright, grade 3 time. 3 Grayon, because he's Counterblast 2 effect when he deletes the Vanguard is non-grade 3 specific, so you can do it on your opponent's grade 2 turn. And then also Banish Delete, because we have Egg Orgs, and we can try and go for win condition, but we never do! And then the main staple, grade 3 in the deck. 4 Dark Jet Grand. Effect is Counterblast 1. Sack 2 units with Deleter. Delete your opponent's Vanguard. You do this on grade 3 as soon as you ride to grade 3, and you can do it on your when your opponent's at grade 2. And then its other effect is when a Deleter strides on him, you can check the top card of your deck. If it's a Deleter, call it to the board. Your opponent banish deletes 2 cards, and then plus 2,000. So it helps to get to that win condition, guys. That's what we're aiming for in this deck, right? We're totally not trying to win the game as soon as we ride to grade 3. We're just we're fishing for our win condition. And then triggers. 4 crit. Jiva? Yeah. Jiva on boost. Put her back to deck. It back to deck. Countercharge 1. When your opponent's Vanguard is deleted. So if you need Counterblasts, it's just a way to help you get Counterblasts back. And it's recycle, so like if you can't one-shot kill them, it's just a good way to keep recycling your deck and try to outlast your opponent. This card is just dumb. I love this card so much. 4 FMS, the stand trigger. Effect is when it's sacked, you check the top card of your deck. If it's a leader, call it, and it gets +5. So if you're swinging in with your Vanguard and you're doing push turns, kill this off, check the top card. Oh look, now it's a 10k, or it's a 16k, or it just makes numbers. They have to guard more. Too good. We have Ed, and Eddie. For Eddie's effect, when an opponent's Vanguard is deleted and it's called a rearguard circle, you get the draw card. Lit. So, very, very straightforward. Helps you draw key pieces you need and sacrifice fodder. And then 4 heal triggers because we run G-Guardians. Okay.
What do you mean? There used to be superior called.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. In my experience though, it's used to be superior called because that's my luck. Thanks, Dave. Huh? 1 Sea Breeze, because it's Sea Breeze. Run Sea Breeze. Please run Sea Breeze. I hope you guys know what it does. No time! 4 AO Dian, I believe that's how you say his name.
Why are these 2 SP?
Because I'm not Henry Rico.
Fair.
Ability is munch a unit with Deleter in its card name, flip a copy of him face up, and delete your opponent's Vanguard, and then your front row receives +2 for every face up copy of him in the G zone. So theoretically, on first stride, you make sync guard numbers. So really good for push turns, and really good for just stripping things out of their hands. Like Link Joker having something which is essentially Sanctuary Guard Dragon is just dumb, because if you think about it, by minusing that, your front board gets +10k. 3 Egg Orgs. Now, I've been thinking about this. For those who are just trying to be budget, I know this card is expensive. You do not have to run this as a 3 of. We're only running it as a 3 of is because we have the 3. If you have the 1, you can run the 1. If you have none, that's still fine. I still recommend at least 1 if you can, and maybe substitute these for like Big Crunch Dragons. It really doesn't matter. You rarely go into this card. If you need to know, Counterblast 1, munch a unit with Deleter in its card name. You get to delete your opponent's Vanguard, banish delete 1, and lock a backboard. You rarely go into this. Aeodian is mostly the only stride you're going to go into. Unless you're going against Link Joker, and then you play Amnesty Messiahs, because it counters Link Joker. Because Link Joker is one of your only bad matchups, and you have something to counter it. Amnesty Messiah is just Counterblast 1, unlock, and then if you unlock 3, you get a crit. Very straightforward. You really, like, I'm going to be honest, guys, the only stride you rarely go into is Aeodian. And then G-Guardians, 1 Maxwell.
Traitor!
Yes, 1 Starvader, the traitor. +5, lock a backboard.
Your backboard.
2 Destiny Guardian. One to basically to mainly counter Chaos, Glendios,
Mirror
Messiah, Mirror Match. Unlock 2, plus 10k. 2 Ebioris. This card is amazing as well. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Your opponent's front board gets -1 for every Vanguard, Rear Guard, and face-up card in G-Zone with Deleter. So if you have a full board, and you have like, if you did an AO die in turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, -8. If you're doing really good stuff, -10 for the entire turn. Like, this is just dumb. And it's a G-Guard on top of that. And then finally, one of the Fighters Collection, Counterblast 1, lock backboard. Lock board, and then they lock backboard based on every one that you lock. So just to help stop combos if you need certain combos to be stopped.
6 G-Guardians, why?
Because you rarely stride into anything else.
Yeah,
You can play Agleams, you can play whatever else you need to. You don't even have to. Yeah, like.
Because like you said, those other cards
You never use them, literally. All you're using is just Seabreeze, rarely. Just him. That's the only stride. Or you're just going into grade 3 and trying to one-shot kill them. It's a very, very straightforward deck.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive, yeah. Like CK says. I personally think it's the most aggressive Link Joker deck to date.
By far.
Hopefully maybe we'll have a few match videos. But if you guys have any questions, of course, please let us know in the comments below. Hopefully I did the deck profile justice, even though Henry is sleeping right now.
No.
Yes?
No.
You're clearly using my match as a pillow.
No, that's
All right. And like you said, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you. Like, comment, subscribe.
Share with your friends.
And as always, guys, may the critical trigger forever be in your favor. Deuce.
Meow, 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 meow.
Remember, Alphonse's waifus are shit.